So at this point, it's hard to deny Bronny James is just talent. We've seen over the past couple of years him kind of evolve, and people don't understand. Even though you're a sophomore on one of the best teams in the country and you're getting sparse playing time, you're still better than most players on most teams. And what we're seeing is the evolution of Bronny James when it comes to his basketball IQ, just being passed down to him from his father. Bronny James has been, if you've been watching Sierra Canyon this year, they're, he's been leading the charge, on both sides of the court. They have him as a 6'3" combo guard who can defend, who can defend on the wing, who's great in transition. He hustles, he can shoot. He gets to the basket. His mid range game is solid as well too. I don't think he's stopped. I don't think he's done growing either. I don't think he's going to stop at 6'3". He may get to 6'5", and which is only going to elevate his game, especially when you have these guards who dribble well and then they get taller and they still have that ball handling skills. They're essentially hard to defend. He could eventually end up the same height as Anthony Edwards, 6'5". And with that type of expertise, that type of defense, shooting, scoring, he could be dangerous. And we've seen him play this year against some of the top talent and him do well. So essentially, basically Bronny James is going to the Team USA roster for the Nike Hoop Summit. They're going to play on April 8th against international players at the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. Their national teams will be selected in the coming weeks from pools of players from FIBA Africa, FIBA Americas, South America, FIBA Asia, FIBA Europe, and FIBA Oceania. So pretty much U.S. versus the world. They pretty much do this almost every other year. The summit dates back to 1995. Players who played in this are Cade Cunningham, Zion Williamson, DeAndre Ayton, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Karl-Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, number one draft pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers not too long ago, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and the list goes on. Dating back to Kevin Durant and Shane Battier. But I think that, and the women's have a team as well too. They're going to be playing. It's good to see we have a Maryland native playing. Jada Donovan plays in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. She's a Duke commit. She'll be playing as well too. So it's good to see we got some Maryland representation on the women's side. The Gonzaga head coach is going to be coaching the men, so that's pretty cool. We got another DC because Gonzaga's basketball is just top, just went top of the nation now as of lately. So what I'm essentially want to say is it's hard to deny Bronny James as being a solid basketball player, and we have to get past this narrative. It's just because his father's name. I think the exposure to him is showing, hey, look, he's been tearing it up. And being a sophomore on a team with the top talent in the nation, like Amari Bailey playing behind him, it's hard to get time. So for Bronny James, just him being able to junior year, he averaged about 15 points. But he's not the guy that's going to go out and score 1 million points. He's the guy that's going to go out and lead a team from all aspects on the court. That's what you're getting with Bronny James. Well, I'm staying firm on this. Right now, he's ranked the 28th best recruit in 2023. He's eligible for the draft in 2024. So that if he were to start school this fall 2023 and this fall 2023-2024 season, he can declare for the draft next summer. And what does that mean for LeBron James? You play one more year, and then the next year, ideally it lines up with Bronny James if he decides to go, play at the next level. So depending how long that takes will be interesting, but I think right now we have to, if you're not paying attention to Bronny James and watching him, you don't know how good he is. The kid has talent.